Hey everyone, this is Dark Alan, and let's see if this series goes anywhere. My cousin actually gave me this idea. He said you could go into each map and tell a story from each map, if you remember. If you have 9Dragons memories. So that's what I'm gonna do, and today we are going into the Cave of Conqueror. Way back into the Acclaim days, when General Wei on the 4th floor of the Cave of the Conqueror was the big prize, spawning I think every 6 to 8 hours, something like that. But first things first. So I haven't been here from the beginning. I've been here from 2009 or 8, I think. Maybe 8, yeah. 2008, and I think the game began in 2007. So I don't know what happened prior to 2007. Prior to 2008, I don't know what happened, but I know that unlike on the Games Campus version, the Acclaim PvP was quite balanced, meaning on Games Campus we had one black side league which controlled everything, Brothers in Arms, and they also had a white side counterpart which was basically controlled by them, the same league. And blacks kind of ruled everything. Everyone was either Heavenly Demon or Brotherhood of Thieves, so that's where the strongest players were. While on Acclaim, you had many strong Wu-Tang warriors, or even some beggars. I remember there was a strong beggar, Tron 1234 was his name, and he was really high level. And many Shaolin nukers and warriors. So it was quite balanced. They actually gave the blacks a run for their money every time, even dominating at times. So as you have probably heard in the previous video, the Storytime part 1, I was originally White Clan. Well, at least that was my intention, but that didn't work out, so I went to the black side. And the PvP side was quite fun. On the black side there were two major leagues, United Forces, which also came back to this version at the beginning, a few of them at least. United Forces was the strongest league on black side, and Destiny, which was with their close ally. They were basically, you could basically treat them as the same league, because they were if you fought someone from United Forces, like 2 minutes later someone from Destiny would show up and attack you, or vice versa. So yeah, they were pretty much the same league. And the big prize was General Wei, which is now, I mean, I went there a little bit earlier. No one was around, so it's a useless boss now. But he dropped like some sort of rare plate. I don't remember exactly the name of it, like bad karma plate or something like that, and a lot of blood essences. So being a PvP area, of course, you had to fight for it. And the United Forces and Destiny wanted it all for themselves, and I think they had it for a while. And then a an alliance was formed called the Sacred Union Way Alliance, which included any league from Bardo that wanted to join on this Way Alliance, except for Destiny and United Forces. And the way it would work was we had a private forum where only the members of these leagues were allowed. Of course, there were spies. I remember sometimes they would catch a spy from United Forces or Destiny, because on this forum we had the wait times. For example, we killed General Wei at 4 a.m. last time, so the next spawn is gonna be 10 a.m. So we knew the time, and we knew that we had to send people there for a defense, because the way it worked was as follows. So each league that is part of this alliance gets 24 hours access to General Wei. For example, my league was Sacrilege. So today we get 24 hours access to General Wei, meaning we get to kill General Wei and get all the drops, while all the other leagues, or members of the other leagues, will protect us while we kill General Wei from any possible PKers of Destiny and the United Forces. So it would be like 10 a.m. is the next spawn. Who's going there for the defense? And we would post on the forum, well, I'm gonna go there for a defense from Sacrilege. And as you can see in these photos, we are defending it here. And we had Storm Riders, which also came back to this version, I think, but I think they went to the in server. And Elites, Trinkfest, Eternal Winter, Nameless Path. As you can see, there's mainly white leagues. White side was very strong back then. So, but there were also black leagues, the non-United Forces and non-Destiny aligned black side leagues. So, yeah. There will be like, I'm coming to the defense for this spawn at 10 a.m. and then someone from Storm Riders would post I'm coming too, and so on and so forth. We would have a certain number of people, not the same people all the time, obviously, because people have work, school, and stuff like that. But whoever was available at that certain hour of the day would come to the defense. And then sometimes United Forces or Destiny would show up, and we would push them away from the spot, while the other players whose day it was, like today's my day, it's my way day. It was kind of like a birthday or something. They were killing General Wei and getting the drops, and yeah, this is how it worked, and it was quite fun and interesting and very intense at times, because you were like, oh, I hope we don't screw this up, because we only get like I think General Wei spawns like 6 to 8 hours, once every 6 to 8 hours, and that means you get like 4 of them per day or something. Yeah, 6 times 4, 24. Yeah, 4. You probably get 4 of them, maybe 3 if you miss out on or miss time. So yeah, good times, the good old times of Acclaim. They were very fun. I remember waking up at 4 a.m. one time, and I had school at 7 or yeah, and I rushed to the way spot, and being early morning, there were only a few defenders. Some United Forces guy, I think his name was Gunner. He showed up, he killed me, I had to run back again to not lose the drop. So yeah, stuff like that. So that's the story. That's today's story. Well, this week's story. We don't have to make these too long, because then they become boring. I mean, maybe they're boring as it is, I don't know. But to me, it's a nice memory thing. And if there are Acclaim players, actually let me know in the comments if there are any, because I'm pretty sure you will remember this if you played. This was happening around 2008 to 2009, and starting with 2010, a black side became strong again, and the whites kind of became weaker. The United Forces and Destiny reorganized into some of their members into a new league called Juggalo Troops, I think. Yeah, and you can actually see them, I think, in some of these screenshots. And I don't know what happened afterwards because I quit, but I think they took control of the way spot back then. Because I remember one time it was our day, and you can see it here, where we have Trinkfest members that are dead here, and Juggalo Troops and United Forces on the spot. And they basically killed the entire defense, which was mostly white, because the black side, seeing as the United Forces was on the rise, they did not come to, this was the Sacrilege Defense Day, they did not come to the Defense Day, like Guardians of Death, for example, which was led by Peachy, a coward and basically an idiot in every aspect of in every sense of the word. That dumb hole. But I'm not saying that just because of this, but this is actually, this describes her perfectly, but it wasn't just this, it was in general, she was a moron. But yeah, Guardians of Death, the cowards, like the cowards they were, they refused to come, so probably to not get killed by United Forces later on, or to get favors with them, which I think is very pathetic, but anyway. Very opportunistic and cowardly. It's like, hey, so today you're the strong one and I'm on your side, but tomorrow, if the wind changes, I'm gonna change too. That's quite pathetic. If you're on one side, then hold the line, have some principles, have some honor. And yeah, obviously it's just a game, but the principle is the principle of it. You know, that annoys me. And still, it was fun, even though we all died. We all died, and we lost, but it was fun, because it was like, I remember United Forces occupied the way spot, and we were unable to get in without dying, and we gathered right here outside at this gate. And I remember some guy called Zion, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. He was there also, and we all gathered here, and he said, okay, let's go. And we all charged, kind of like you see in those war movies, a group charging into battles. We entered and we all died there. They had, I think the Hermit 12 was the level cap, and Chi Kung users were overpowered, and they had a level cap Chi Kung user there. You can see him in the screenshot. EWR was his name, and he killed basically everything there. Because there was no Chi Kung defense back then. But nukers could have defense against warriors, but warriors could barely have Chi Kung defense. So that gave them an unfair advantage. So yeah, that's all there is. But until this happened, we had access to the way spot quite a long time, and that's how I became not rich, but somewhat. I got some stuff from it, like blood essences and money and stuff like that. And that is how I was able to have one of the very few plus 11 weapons. I think there were only 3 players who had plus 11 on the server at the time on Acclaim. One of them was the League Master of the United Forces. Another one was some Sacred Flower, Cteo. And the third one was me, Dark Allen. And that was pretty cool because the max was plus 12. and only one player, I think, had +12. You can see him in the screenshot here. Submaster of Storm Riders. And later on, I think later on the League Master of the United Forces also got a +12, but I mean, that guy was rich anyway. He was gonna get it sooner or later. But me, I was like kind of a non-item mall user. I was poor as fuck, and still I managed to get one because I was lucky. It was also a lower level weapon, and I cannot remember the name of the guy who gave it to me, but I always remember it because I gave him a +10 and some blood essences for it. He messaged me, and I think his name was like 2 eyes with an underline, like 2 eyes in the mouth, yeah, something like that. And he was Romanian too. And I spoke to someone previously, and I said, "Hey, where's that guy who had that saber?" He wasn't using it. He was, I think, Wu-Tang or something. I don't know how he got it. And this friend of his said, "Yeah, I'll let him know you want it." And then, like, fast forward a month later, he messages me and says, "Hey, I'm the guy with the saber," with a laughing emoji. Like, yeah, it was funny. Then he said, I gave him the offer, which, I mean, I don't think I would have accepted that offer, even though it wasn't bad. Like a +10 was also cool back then. And all my blood essences, all my money is what I offered. Blood essence was expensive back then and important. Now it's almost, like useless. It's cheap. And he said, "Yeah, okay, fine, but you also have to get me a beer," he said. So yeah, cool guy. Anyway, I think I'm rambling too long here. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next 9Dragons story. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll continue, maybe I won't. You'll find out next week, I guess. This is Dark Callan. Peace.